subscriptions, which girl math are free. Don't listen to me. Subscriptions, pre-orders, gifts, or I got for a really good discount. Okay, let's get into it. Also, I hope you're doing really well today and are ready to get cozy and look at some books. Right before I started filming, I don't know where it went. We had like a massive thunderstorm going on outside, and like right before I started recording, it just stopped. So good for us, I guess. It was kind of nice though. Okay. First book is a gift. Gotta start with this one. I can't even see it. Also, my asthma is acting up and I legitimately cannot breathe. I haven't been able to take a deep breath for a week, so if I sound weird, that's why. Okay, so this book, a subscriber bought for me. Thank you, Aaron, who has been the biggest supporter of the channel. I am so grateful. I'm never expecting stuff like this, so I'm always like, did I order something? I don't think so. But seriously, thank you so much. He said, here's a little gift to say thank you for the amazing effort and dedication you put into your channel. I hope you like the book and look forward to hearing about it in your monthly recap soon. So, this is one of my newer books I put on my wish list. This is Empire of Shadows by Jacqueline Benson. It is book 1 in the Raiders of the Arcana series. And it sounds so fun. I love the concept of this. And we love some good maps. Okay, so I'll read a little bit of the back, okay? Nice Victorian ladies don't run off to find legendary lost cities. The setting of this is perfect. One trifling little rest shouldn't have cost Ellie Mallory her job, but it's only the latest in a line. But it's only the latest in a line of injustices facing any educated woman with archaeological ambitions. When Ellie stumbles across the map to a mysterious ancient city, she knows she's holding her chance to revolutionize pre-Columbian history. There's just one dainty complication. A ruthless villain wants it, and Ellie is all that stands in his way. Okay, you can read the rest there if you want to. So excited for that. I believe there are two books in the series, and it's one I haven't really heard of before, which excites me even more. So thank you again, Aaron, so freaking much. I'll have to get to it in the next couple months because April is not gonna happen. Okay, next practitioners you don't really see that very often. So, yeah, when I heard about this book, I knew I wanted to get it. So I pre-ordered the paperback edition. This is a dark gothic fantasy. We will read the first paragraph here. Liska knows that magic is monstrous, and its practitioners are monsters. She has done everything possible to suppress her own magic. Desperate to be free of it, Liska flees into the dangerous demon-inhabited forest to steal a mythical fern flower. She can use its one wish to banish her powers, but Liska is caught by the demon warden of the wood called the Leslie. So she strikes a bargain, 1 year of servitude in exchange for the fern flower and its wish. Ooh. That's so good. Also, before we continue, little self-plug. If you haven't heard, I have a new non-ASMR, fully bookish YouTube channel called Hannah's Library that will be booked. That will be linked in the description below. And there is already a non-ASMR version of this haul. Not that you want to watch it twice, but maybe you do. I don't know. But yeah, my other channel is there. Okay. Next to pre-order was another very highly anticipated. This is The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. Gorgeous cover. Gorgeous. I love these types of paperbacks. I always forget what they're called. I think of them as like high quality paperbacks. This is the author of the Magnolia Parks series, which is one of my favorite series. And this is a new literary fiction, contemporary romance from her. And it's a standalone. So, let's read the first paragraph. London-based Georgia Carter, professional lie detector and body language savant, has long been estranged from her infuriating, close-minded, wealthy South Carolina family. After a falling out years ago, the chasm runs deep between the black sheep, Georgia and her gay alcoholic brother, and their parents and older siblings. But when their father dies suddenly, Georgia returns to the States for the funeral, where she comes face to face with Sam Penny, her brother's AA sponsor. D. Really excited to get back to Jessa's writing. Let me trace this one. Okay, final pre-order. This is the Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Lori Gilmore. My freaking legs falling asleep. So cute. So this is now the fourth book in the Dream Harbor series. I have read the first 3 books. The first one is the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, which was pretty popular in the fall. And each book kind of is based around a season, and this one is definitely spring, so I think I have to read this in May for sure. They're all like very easy, quick, fluffy little romances. There is spice in them, so if you're not into spice, these may not be for you. But I've had a good time with each of them. They're nothing crazy. They're just very moody, like give off the vibes, like the season that they're set in very, very well. Yeah, they're just a nice, fluffy little time. And the small town they're in is really cute. Okay, a small town, a spicy romance. As a world-renowned chef, a single dad Archer never planned on moving to a small town, let alone running a pancake house. But Dream Harbor needs a new chef, and Archer needs a community to help raise his daughter. Iris has never managed to hold down a job, so when Mayor Kelly suggests Archer is looking for a live-in nanny, she almost runs in the opposite direction. Now, Iris finds herself in a whole new world, one where her gorgeous new boss lives right across the hall and likes to cook topless. Keeping everything strictly professional should be easy, right? Yeah, these are all interconnected standalones, and I think there's gonna be maybe one more about a gingerbread something, which I have also pre-ordered. Okay. This is a really big haul, by the way. Did not plan that. The next 3 books are from Book Outlet. When they were having a sale. Why is this shedding so bad? Gross. Okay, the first one from Book Outlet. Looking at the back now, I wonder if this was translated. It says winner of Argentina's Clarin Novella Prize. That's cool. So this is Tender is the Flesh by Augustina Basterica, I think. This is one that I've seen a bit in the community. It's the international sensation about a dystopian world in which humans are being processed for food and society is divided into predators and prey. So I think it's like lit-fic horror in dystopian. Working at the local processing plant, Marcos is in the business of slaughtering humans, though no one calls them that anymore. Gross. So you can pause and read the rest of that there, but we have a lot of books to get to. So yeah, I think this is considered a novella. It is like 200, yeah, like 200 pages, so won't take super long to get through. It just sounds so disturbing and intriguing. Okay, we'll do the other kind of weird book that I got from Book Outlet. These books are in like perfect condition, by the way. Especially that one. This fuzz from my carpet. This next one is another, I would say, She has dinner ready for him every night, wears the cute outfits he orders for her, and adjusts her libido to suit his moods. True, she's not the greatest at keeping Doug's place spotless, but she's trying to please him. She's trying hard. She's learning to. So this is about an AI robot that gains sentience. And yeah, it is very scary because I feel like this could happen. But apparently it's very deep. So I really want to read this soon. Again, it's so short, so I don't see why I couldn't. Okay. Last book from Book Outlet is actually a book that I've already read. So this is not going on my TBR. I took a sticker off of it, and it's like really sticky. Really pretty cover. Pretty cover. So, as you can see, this is a Stephen King novel. This is a fairy tale. And this is not like a horror of his. This is an odd book. I read it like a year and a half ago. The first half is like just like contemporary fiction, and then the second half is fantasy. So yeah, it's very interesting, and it's funny because when I first read it, I rated it like 3 stars. I actually didn't love it, but this is one book that I literally think about like every other day. It pops into my head. I don't know why, but it is really stuck with me. So I would probably rate it a 4 now. It's about this kid. Actually, I think he's a high school student. His mom has died. His dad's an alcoholic, and he ends up befriending and kind of caring for this older man in his neighborhood. So the first half is kind of about them and their relationship. And Stephen King is just such an amazing writer that yeah, it was great. I really loved the first half of it. And this old man there's like this shed in his backyard that leads to another dimension where the fantasy part comes in, and then he ends up going there in the second half, and it feels like a different book. I think that's kind of where it lost me in that half, but yeah, thinking back, I didn't mind it. It's very interesting, but so well written as all of his stuff is. Nothing horror or I don't think explicit that I can recall in it. Okay, I forgot to bring it up. The first book in this series, but I got the second and third books in this little graphic novel series. I must have read in 2023 the first book in this series called The Sad Ghost Club, and I loved it. It's about a ghost who has anxiety, and he works up the courage to go to a little house party, and he has social anxiety, and then ends up befriending another little ghost, and it's the sweetest so it really touched me. It like really hit close to home. I have it downstairs and I want to reread it before I read these two. I've been wanting to get these for so long. I think there's a fourth one as well. But I got number two. Number two. And number three. So cute. The art style is really sweet. It's very simple. Show you. Like that. So it does not take long to read them, but the story is very heartwarming. I don't know what these two are about, but I'm very excited. That's the cover for the first one. Oh, they're by Liz or Lizzie Meddings. You can't see the pile I have going over here. It's getting pretty high, pretty tall. Okay, the next books I have are also graphic novels that I've been wanting for so long, but I didn't want to pay full price for them because, you know, graphic novels, you read it in like 30 to 60 minutes. Yet they cost the same as like a book that's going to take you 10 hours to read. I mean, I understand there's a lot of art and stuff that goes into it, but I found this series on Depop. I've actually started buying books. I've always thrifted books from like a thrift store, but actually like searching up books on eBay or Depop or somewhere like that, which is where I found this whole series. So books 1 through 5 I got for, I think, 35 Canadian. If I can lift them. Oh my god, they're so heavy. I found the whole Heartstopper Series collection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By Alice Osman. I will show you each of the covers and read the back of the first one. So, boy meets boy. Boys become friends. Boys fall in love. Shy and soft-hearted, Charlie Spring sits next to rugby player Nick Nelson in class one morning. A warm and intimate friendship follows, and that's who develops into something more for Charlie, who doesn't think he has a chance. But Nick is struggling with the feelings of his own, and as the two grow closer and take on the ups and downs of high school, they come to understand the surprising and delightful ways in which love works. So cute. I know this series is super popular, and I'm so excited to finally understand. And I know it's a show as well. So this is number 1. So cute. I like the art style. It's all green. Then this is volume 2. And I wasn't sure what the quality was gonna be like. There's carpet fuzz all over them. But the quality of them is perfect. Like the spines are not broken at all. It's like I got them from Indigo. And then volume 3. is my book of the month club in April pick. This is my bookmark. It says, I'll hold your spot. And the book I chose for April is one I had never heard of before, which is why I love subscriptions like this with curated selections, is you discover new books. So this is the Griffin Sisters' Greatest Hits by Jennifer Weiner. And this was giving me like any Taylor Jenkins read, Daisy Jones and the Six, which I just read, and The Favorites, like those vibes. So I love books like that, like kind of drama, tell-alls. So I scooped her up. Let's read the top bit in this one. The Griffin Sisters were the soundtrack of the early 2000s until suddenly they weren't. Two sisters bonded by music, divided by fame, silenced by tragedy. Now, 20 years later, a new generation will try to reunite them. Can the love between sisters survive the secrets that remain? Ooh. Okay, you can pause and read that whole blurb if you would like. This video would probably be 2 hours long if I read all of the blurbs, and I don't know if my throat could take that. So, really excited to read this one. I also did an add-on for April, which is also a new release, and that is Olivia Blake's newest release. This is Gifted and Talented. Super excited for this one as well. So this one, where there's a will, there's a war. Thayer Wren, the brilliant CEO of Ren Fair Magitech and so-called father of modern technology, is dead. Any one of his 3 telepathically and electrokinetically gifted children would be a plausible inheritor to the Ren Fair throne, or so they like to think. So then it describes each of the 3 children, Meredith, Arthur, and I'm just gonna stop. On the pipeline from gifted kid to clinically depressed adult, nobody wins, but which Ren will come out on top? Love it. So it is a fantasy, and it's a standalone, I'm pretty sure, but it sounds so good. I may have joined a new subscription box. It is called Artvark, and I just found out about it in March, but they've been around since 2022, and I had no idea. But they are very similar to Book of the Month Club, where each month they have a new curated selection of new releases, which is, I love that format so much. So I was excited to see this new to me subscription box. So I joined it for April, and so far I'm very much enjoying it. So for them, they give out bookmarks as well, one for each book that you purchase. So yeah, I did get 3 on my non-ASMR BookTube, I did a, like I said, a book haul with all of the other books, but then I did a video comparing a little bit Book of the Month Club and Artvark. So these 4 books from them are in their own video. So all of their books are very nice. They're all like a matte, soft feeling. Okay. And the book itself is also like matte. So I got actually the first and second books in a fantasy mystery series. This is actually a well-known author that I wasn't aware of. So this is by Robert Jackson Bennett. The first one is The Tainted Cup. The Tainted Cup. And I got this one because it had both books. I think it's the second one that's the new release. And because it said they were special editions. Special edition. So there's the first one. And then the second one is called A Drop of Corruption. So similar to Book of the Month Club. You know, Book of the Month Club puts their logo there. And they're on every book. Honestly, it's not my favorite that they do that. Like, it's very obvious. Artvark does something similar, but it is much more subtle. So they also put their logo, but see, it's not as noticeable there. And it's not on the spine at all, which is nice. Under the dust jacket of these is really pretty. I don't think they all have this, but because these are special editions, these two do have the foiling. Very pretty. Okay, let's read a little bit about what this first one's about. The Tainted Cup. The Tainted Cup. Yeah, so they're a Holmes and Watson style detective. In Daredana's grandest mansion, an Imperial officer lies dead, killed to all appearances when a tree erupted from his body. Even here at the Empire's borders, where contagions abound and the blood of the Leviathans works strange magic changes its death both terrifying and impossible. Assigned to investigate is Anna Dolabra, a detective whose reputation for brilliance is matched only by her eccentricities. Rumor has it that she always wears a blindfold and can solve impossible cases without stepping outside the walls of her home. Pretty cool. And just an assistant. Yeah, I'm excited for these. And then lastly, I did an add-on. This Artvark is a little bit cheaper than Book of the Month Club, actually. And their add-ons were like $1 cheaper as well. You can do 2 add-ons for Artvark and 3 for Book of the Month Club. So this was my add-on, which was also a April pick, so new release. This one really stuck out to me. It is called Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zhang. Written by Kylie Lee Baker. So I believe this is a like dark paranormal horror literary fiction-y type book. And it's not very